All right, everybody, welcome back to House of Prep. Jerry here. Got an email yesterday from, man, hold on, it's cold out here, all right? I'm putting gloves on. It's like 30 degrees or something. I'm not on my Florida vacation anymore, okay? It was cold in Florida, but it's, all right, I'm back. It's Tennessee weather right here. Rainy, cold, I don't know why it's not snowing. But I got an email yesterday for one of our subscribers right here in our community, for Anna. And Anna was saying she's relatively new to the channel, and that also that her and her family, that they have been prepping, but they're still relatively new to prepping, and they were asking for some ideas of non-food items. They have about a year's supply already of some food. They have quite a bit of water stored up, but they were also just looking for ideas because there's a stimulus check that's coming out. And as some of you have made comments before and talked about, what a great opportunity to use some of that extra money unless you have other immediate needs. Obviously, take care of your bills and your immediate needs first. But what a great opportunity to have some extra money to put towards preps, to be prepping up, to be adding to our stocks. Again, not knowing what's going to happen in the future in any scenario. So not knowing exactly how much money, and this is for everybody, this is for any new prepper or anybody who has that idea of, look, hey, I want some new information, I want some ideas. So what I would suggest is, first of all, write down how much you're getting, okay? If it's $600 per person and you qualify for that, so for a couple, that would be $1,200. So now I know with the kids that there's some extra money for them as well, but let's just, for the sake of argument and illustrations, let's say that it's $1,200, okay? So non-food items, and I got excited last night. I was actually going to do this video Saturday, but as this was getting closer and today, and hey, it's New Year's Eve, I was like, you know what? Let's go outside, let's make a video. And I want all of you, community, everyone watching this video, this is a great opportunity to add some comments. Throw in some ideas. I'm obviously not going to hit every single item, and for the sake of time, and you have vast amounts of ideas yourself, this is a great opportunity to help people, and let's help Anna and her family come up with some ideas. In regards to water, and I know, she did say that they have food and water stocked up already, but water and having opportunities to have water and filter water in case of a large crisis ever took place, I would suggest using some of that money. And, unless you already have some of these items, again, this is just ideas. There's a life straw, maybe a couple life straws. So you can go on Amazon, you can go to Walmart, you can find different life straws, and they would filter water. If you have a creek in the backyard, you could collect rain. If you anything that you feel that normally you would have to boil first, life straw, kick that out, drink your water, and it help get you through an emergency situation. There's also water filtration systems, and those are all great. Now they can start adding up on money. So if you're trying to stretch this money and cover a large amounts of items, I would start small, and then you can always have a wish list of some of the bigger and higher ticketed items that maybe you would want. So some kind of a life straw, like a straw filtration little handheld system. I did a video way back, if you scrolled all the way back to near the beginning, a few months back. I did one at the creek, local here, and just showing you how easy it is to use one of those life straws. Buckets, having a couple 5-gallon buckets handy. Out back behind me here, there's a creek that runs down through the woods back there. And with it raining right now, there's tons of water in that creek. Having extra 5-gallon buckets if your water ever shut down at your house and you needed to find another water source, having some buckets to bring water up from the creek. Look, you can use that water directly for flushing your toilets. If you wanted to have for some other in homes, emergency baths, emergency whatever you wanted to do, you would have that water available, or you could boil it at that point, or you could drink with your life straw, or if you have a filtration system, run it right through there. So now a couple other 5 or 6 gallon of the jugs, like the camping jugs, and there's different qualities of things you can buy. You can research those online. You get them at Walmart, at the Academy Sports, some of your sporting good places. Having some of those, I have a couple that I keep put up, And again, that's just emergency water that you could pull out. You can use it for multiple purposes. If you had some bleach, you could treat that water if you've had it stored up for a year or so. So again, those are just some ideas. Have an extra cooking source. Now, most people have a grill of some sort. If you don't have a full-size grill, like for your garage or back porch, at least get you a camping-size grill. Make sure you have, if it's a large grill, have a couple extra propane tanks, large propane tanks, and just rotate through them as you need them as you cook. It's nice to have that backup. That's just a real life tip. You're cooking dinner for a group of people and all of a sudden you ran out of propane. That's not the time to go run to the store and buy propane. You want to have a backup. So that's just a good thing. Look, I know I'm throwing out all kinds of ideas. Look, I'm an idea guy. If you don't have to like my ideas, you're not hurting my feelings. And again, for those of you jumping on and adding comments, you're not offending me. Throw them out there. Throw your comments out there. You're not overstepping anything. This is about all of us helping each other, and we have some new preppers that are asking our help. So let's do them a service. Let's get out there. Let's load some ideas in these comments. Have some different lighting source. I know you probably already have flashlights, maybe a lantern, maybe some oil lamps. We've talked about that. Again, if you scroll back, I've done a video about lighting and all the different types of lightings and things. But make sure you have some backup batteries and backup oil and backup propane, maybe if you have a lantern. Again, it's just go ahead and make sure you have backups to all those things. Okay, look, I want to take just a second here. Home protection. And I know this can be a hit or miss topic. There's two sides to this. There's some in the middle, and I get that. And I'm not trying to sway anybody. I'm not trying to sway you, Anna, or your household. And I don't know what you already have or don't have. But I would highly recommend for someone who's asking for non-food prep items and what for this upcoming year and the uncertainty of life and not wanting to kind of cover all your bases, I would highly advise to get some sort of a home protection item. The first one, if we're on a budget here, okay, there's a whole list of things, and if somebody wanted to, we could cover that on a whole different topic, on a whole different video. But if you're looking for a budget-related item for a couple $100s, and I checked last night, you could go online to the Academy Sports. That was just me, just a real quick research. You can find a pump action 12 gauge for $200, okay? You could probably run to one of those places today, and you would be able to go ahead and put your name in, purchase that, and have a 12 gauge. Look, if you're against guns, maybe you're like, look, I'm not trained for those things yet. Maybe depending on where you live, there's certain restrictions. Maybe there's certain things that you're fearful of. Do your research before you purchase one, but also maybe get some extra training. If you've never handled one before, anybody in your family has never handled one, even for your kids, maybe get some training for them and everybody to have an understanding of how to handle one and the safety that's required for owning one. But consider this, right? I know I'm taking an extra minute, but take this for example. Everything hits the fan, right? Now you've prepped, you've got all your preps, maybe you've got 2 or 3 years worth of stuff. Somebody's coming to your home in the middle of the night or whenever during the day, and they're trying to come take what's yours. Okay, even if you don't even have the thing loaded, okay, even if you don't even own any shells for your 12 gauge, just the visual of you walking in the room, maybe as a pissed off mama, as someone coming in with her kids in there and they woke Mama Bear, now protecting her cubs, right? Even just the sight of you standing there with one of these and the sound that it makes as you click it, most people at that point, look, they're heading somewhere else. They're out the door. They're looking for the low-lying fruit. Now, are there predators and people that might be better armed and such? Absolutely. And that's why I would recommend have the shells. But even if it was just a deterrent, it's something that's going to help level the playing field if you're ever caught into a bind like that. And I know I spent time on that, but that's just something I believe in. I think it's something that, when the rubber meets the road, when life is on the line, I'm talking about your life, your kids' lives. Remember, you're the hero, right? You're the one who's there to protect your family. That's your equalizer that gives you the leverage you need to say, no, we're drawing the line here, and I'm protecting my family. And that's just my thoughts. That's my opinion. So medicines, prescriptions. Make sure that you've stocked up on prescriptions because it's easy to focus on food, water, and knives and propane and all this stuff. Okay, don't forget your prescriptions. It's game over if you have something that your life depends on. And hey, I've been reading that book, and I'm almost done with the first book, that 1 Second After book that I've talked about in some of my videos. And I tell you what, man, it's eye-opening. And people that are on insulin, and people, look, something ever goes wrong and hits the fan big time and you have a hard time getting medications, look, that's a serious predicament to be in. So that's something to consider. Medical supplies, first aid kit, you know, making sure that you're stocked, you have a good first aid kit. That way if there's an injury or someone's hurt, and what you don't want bacteria to set in and infections and things to set in a time that's already a horrible situation. You don't want that to compile and add on to that. Hygiene items. Again, we take that for granted. You know, being able to, we talked about getting the buckets of water so you can bring up water and extra things, keeping yourself clean. And that helps keep disease and people transmitting things in your household or in your community. But having some extra soaps and shampoos and deodorants and things, just the basic hygiene things. Make sure you have backups to all that, which leads to toilet paper. What a great hygiene item. Now, we have some subscribers that in the past have left great tips on other means of toilet paper. And this is your chance. This is your chance, again, to share that in the comments. Me personally, I plan to use toilet paper as long as I can. And I make sure that I have enough to get me through an event as long as that I can. So make sure you do have that, and obviously for other obvious reasons of what you saw this year of how quickly those items can disappear off the shelf, right? Look, seeds for gardening. And I've had subscribers that remind me of that in our community here. If you have a little bit of that money you can put aside, if you've never done a garden, if you need to practice a garden. At my newer home here, this past year we've moved, I have not yet set that up here, and I want to start a small one. And to begin, remember, it's also about practicing. I do not have a green thumb. I'll probably kill my garden off the first year, but that's how you practice. You learn, you research, you trial and error. Put a little money aside and start practicing your gardening. Get you some seeds. And again, I've had some subscribers here. Please, some of you had put a couple of links of a great place and where to purchase seeds online. And feel free to do that. Feel free to put those links on our comments. I'm sure there's more than 2 or 3 that are interested in that. Pet food. Don't forget about your pets. Yeah, that's a food item, but we're thinking more like us, you know, rice and beans. And sure, we share some with our pets, but try to make sure you keep a rotated stock, you know, also for your pets. Keep them to where that they also can, you know, stay alive as long as you can. And again, not things flying off the shelves, and I've heard of that, of certain canned items and things. So don't forget to also think about your pets. I call these throwawayables, and I don't know if that's a real word or not, but make sure you have extra paper plates and the forks and the plasticware. And in case, again, there's a water shutdown and the water's not functioning, that's less dishes that you have to deal with. So having some of that just put up for a rainy day, just keep it put up. Have some of that on hand because you never know when that comes in handy. Bleach, cleaners, again, keeping things clean, keeping things disinfected. The bleach, again, has a shelf life, but if you keep it rotated, have a little extra on hand of bleach because you never know, like I said, if you need to disinfect some water on the fly. Bleach tablets. Many of you have mentioned that you're starting to get and build up some bleach tablets, longer shelf life. Please do that. But then also, once you've kind of started going down this list, please read the comments. If you're just watching this video and it's brand new, come back later. Reread the comments. There's a lot of people here that leave valuable little gold nuggets. I talk about that all the time. They leave these little nuggets of information, and that's your chance to maybe even ask them direct questions on their comment feeds. I see that all the time. We got a very helpful group here, and look, I appreciate it, Anna. Thank you for reaching out. She sent me an email. It's in my my about section. It's in the comment section or the description sections of my videos. I try to always remember to put my email on there, and that's just for things like this. People that have sincere questions, things that they're really trying to learn, and what a great opportunity to be able to share that and give that experience to other people. So thank you very much for tuning in and watching this video. Please hit the thumbs up button. Okay, that kind of helps the videos out, and it shows me that you're engaged, and it encourages me If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please subscribe. Join on in. It's a great community of people that we have here at House of Prep, and a lot of good people with good knowledge and very helpful minded people. And we're all in the same goal here. We're in the same boat. We're all headed in the same direction. Some have been on this path longer than others. Some have been on it for 50, 60, 70, 80 years. They've been doing it their whole life. Some people are new. Some people this is their first year making the choice. And if you made the choice to prep, look, you've made a great decision. Don't get discouraged. Don't get overwhelmed with any of this. Take it one day at a time. Every time you go to the grocery store, keep buying a couple more backup items and keep that stuff rotated. Only buy what you know that you and your family are actually going to eat. And that helps save you money in the long run, so you're not throwing stuff out down the road. And whether it's your prepper items, whether it's things that are in your pantry, your refrigerator, your freezer, make sure you have meats, things in the freezer. We talked about, like, after Thanksgiving sales, picking up extra turkey, after Christmas sales, picking up an extra ham, keeping those frozen. Watch the dates, use your black markers and mark things. Do what you got to do to kind of watch your things in the freezer. So again, I've rambled long enough. I'm turning this back over to you as a community. You guys take over, and all the things, you fill in the gaps. You fill in all the items and the things of ideas. And Anna, I hope this helps you. I hope this gives you some ideas. And I hope you all have a great, happy New Year. This is New Year's Eve. Happy New Year. I hope you all stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel. You saw what happened here in Nashville, where I'm at, in this area in Nashville, on Christmas Day morning, okay? Watch out for New Year's Day morning. You never know, okay? So everyone stay safe, stay warm. Bye now.